Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to Code Snippets. And in the last lecture, we talked about strings, introductions to strings. And हमने ये भी बात करा था कि strings को define कैसे करते हैं. And there was one particular way that I mentioned that is called as the template literals. And in this lecture, we'll talk about template literals, what template literals are. So basically, if you want to, suppose you are defining a string as, suppose there is a web page and there is a user, okay, and you want to write a welcome message for the user, okay, so there is a username that you take from the user in a form, and suppose he passes the name as John, okay, and then you print a welcome message for that person. So what you can basically do is hello, welcome to JavaScript learning, and then you can basically concatenate learning, and then you can do plus username. You can do something like this is the basic way you can do this, right? You can do this and it will print hello, welcome to JavaScript John. Okay, let me just comment these codes out, and this will print basically hello, welcome to JavaScript learning John, right? So you can do something like this. Now suppose along with username मुझे और भी बहुत कुछ print कराना है. Okay, I need to print let user last name is do. Okay, कुछ progress था, let user progress as suppose 90%. Okay, ऐसा कुछ है 90%. Okay, then कुछ और भी कुछ मान लो something, let user review as good. Okay, and तुम्हें whenever the user is logging in into your website, तुम्हें ये सब मिला के एक वेलकम मैसेज दिखाना है. So you are writing something as hello, welcome to JavaScript learning username, and then you are also again concatenating um, username plus तुम्हें user last name भी करना होगा. Okay, and you have to give a space in between basically. Okay, and then you have to write something as plus uh, your progress has been, and then again concatenate user progress, and then write something as which is plus user review. So you're printing hello, welcome to JavaScript learning John Doe, your progress has been 90%, which is good, right? So इतना सा लिखने के लिए तुम्हें कितना कुछ करना पड़ रहा है, right? So इतना सा लिखने के लिए हमें कितना कुछ करना पड़ रहा है in a string. This thing we can avoid by using template literal. So template literal actually lets us do something called as interpolation. Interpolation मतलब क्या हो गया, मैं एक string के अंदर मेरा एक वेरिएबल के वैल्यू को एक्सेस कर सकता हूँ. Okay, so when we are actually trying to create a string using template literals, we can do that using the help of interpolation. इसी को अगर मैं if I want to take the same statement and write this in a template literal, इसका देखो कितना बड़ा हो गया, right? इसको अगर हम template literal से use करते, see how easy it's going to be. So I'm doing console.log, again backticks, these are called backticks, and this is something I want to print, right? तो इसमें से मेरा variables कौन कौन सा, एक तो ये John है, right? So how do we do template literals? We do a dollar sign and then curly braces, and there we pass the username. Similarly here also, how do you do? Dollar sign, curly braces, user last name. Okay, then we do a full stop, your progress has been 90%. Like a 90% is a variable. So you do dollar sign, curly braces, user progress. And then which is good is basically user review, right? So I take this also as dollar sign, curly braces, user review. Right, and if I run this, if I run this, My output is again going to be hello, welcome to JavaScript learning John Doe. Your progress has been 90%, which is good. So which one would you prefer? Would you prefer writing something like this using multiple concatenations and plus signs, plus sign, plus signs, or would you prefer writing it this, which is much more clearer and much more understandable? तो ये पता है कि कहाँ कहाँ क्या क्या use हो रहा है, right? So this is why template literals are useful to us in JavaScript, because in real life scenarios we have to create strings in this way. अगर आप किसी को वेलकम मैसेज लिख रहे हो, अगर आप किसी को कुछ भी मैसेज पास कर रहे हो, इन्फॉर्मेटिव मैसेज जहाँ से आप डायनामिक वैल्यूज को उठा रहे हो, then you have to create strings where you have to use variable values. So, and those places creating strings like this is not recommended because these are not clean, these are not easier to read. Whereas if you use a template literals, this become much more cleaner and the code you have to write is very small, and the most important thing is it is readable. I can come and understand what is writing. अब मान लो यहाँ पे 10-15 चीज और होते तो मुझे ये प्लस 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 करते रहना पड़ता, which is not a good practice, right? So this is how template literals gives us an extra advantage over normal double quotes. Okay, and try to use these template literals whenever you can. Okay, when we'll learn about DOMs and when we'll do actual HTML projects, we'll actually be using a lot of template literals to create actually HTML elements and as well as strings. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept of template literals. This is for this lesson, and in the next lesson we'll start with some string methods such as caret, charcodat, etc. So carets are basically used to access the characters of a string at given indexes. We'll learn more about them in the next lesson, but that's for this lesson. Keep practicing on template tutorials, get a little bit more comfortable, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.